Hello and welcome to the Collapse Experiment. And today I'm talking about this finally finished project here. So there is one thing left to do, and that is to buy screws to mount that typewriter to the desk itself. The way it functions is you lift up the back here and it becomes a flat surface where the typewriter hides underneath in the meantime, so you actually have two workspaces. Either you're typing or you are going fumbling through papers, drawing, writing, whatever on top, scribbling notes. And this is how desk used to be. I see these cubicles these days. I could never work in one. That just does not appeal to me whatsoever. So I bought this desk. I don't remember how much I paid for it. I don't think it was over $100. I think what happened was I came across it at a Goodwill. I knew what it was. It had sat there for so long that the staff basically had the idea of like, yes, please get this out of here. It's taking up space. Nobody wants it. And I wish I had photos of it prior to this. I might have to go back through Instagram or something and try to find them. But yeah, I don't remember paying a whole heck of a lot for it. And really, all that it needed was a little TLC, some sanding, a little bit of stain here and there, some gloss coat. On the top, I used polyurethane. On the sides, I ended up using an oil base because it's the only thing that our local hardware store had. I've had this Burroughs for a number of years now, and I have to say, out of everything, I like the Royals. Like I have 5 of these, the gray Royals. I love those. They work great. I've never had any issues with getting them to work properly. But aesthetically and visually appealing and yet works well, this thing, I just can't argue. There's no argument against this. I like it more than the Underwoods that were mass produced forever. I believe, I'm not sure where this was made. The desk itself, I believe, was Grand Rapids, because I had to look up the name on here, which is Meads and Wheeler Company. And I want to say, what does this say on here? It says Detroit. So the Burroughs were made in Detroit. This desk here was made in Grand Rapids. These are the holes here. So it already had previous holes. I had to add one because the measurements did not fit the feet. What you do is you get screws that will go through the bottom and screw into the typewriter through the feet. There's the screws that support holding these on. And you need them long enough to attach to the body so that when this flips down, it stays on there, secured on there, and the top comes up to flatten out. The other thing I like about these desks, you can expand your workspace very easily. You don't see that too much anymore, and if you do, you're going to pay a high price for it. And I don't know what in particular this desk was for. Graphic design, newspaper, I have no idea. Some type of office work to the point where even the drawers, you can organize forms, types of paper. I don't know. I'm just going to fill it with typing paper. I'm sure it had like different letterheads, different forms for whatever it is that this desk was originally designed for. In here, you can tell that they probably had ink bottles, pens, whatnot. And then the rest of it, for the most part, is just normal storage. That's the only drawer in particular that has those slots. Everything else is just normal storage. This one has a locking feature, but I don't have a key. That really sucks. I'd really like to have the whole thing be complete. And unfortunately, those are the type of things, those little things are what get lost over the years. So, like I said, I bought this, I think 2 years ago. And originally I had sanded down the top, and due to working anywhere between 2 to 4 jobs over the last 2 years at one time, it just was abandoned up here. And recently I've been wanting to work on getting this area finished. As you can tell, like, all the work that I've done down up here so far is that's all from before we moved in, and I have not been able to do anything up here since, which royally sucks. I want to get this finished, but my first thought was, well, let's get some of this shit out of the way. So yeah, desk is not for sale. This is for me. I fell in love with it the moment I saw it, and I knew what it could be, what it would look like, how it could be used. And yeah, as of today, it is finally done. And initially, that was the typewriter I thought about putting in here anyways. So I'm happy that that's going to work out. And the funniest damn thing about it is the original screws. These are the screws that are used to hold the feet in. And these are your standard screws with an Allen wrench that go to basically any furniture that you buy online at Walmart. And they are the same size and they fit. I've already tested this one out. It's like maybe a ½ inch off from working on that typewriter. So I'm going to be able to take this in and match it up, get a couple of longer ones, mount that in, and this will be completed. So now I just got to figure out where the hell I'm going to put it in the meantime, because I would like to start using it. I think this is too big to get through the doorway in the cabin. So I think it's going to just stay in the house. And I don't know. I can't see the wife having an issue with it. This turned out really nice. So, but then again, people always find issues with everything. So, yeah. Anyways, just wanted to show this off and see what you guys thought about it. And yeah, I'm really pleased with how this turned out. They don't make stuff like this anymore. And when they do, it's insane how much they price it for. You know, you could find something very similar to this, but it's going to be mostly press board, composite board, cheap shit. And yeah, it's and this is solid. A lot of this is now they do have like there was a veneer that was on this that peeled off. I think it was water damage. On the top, I believe that's a veneer. The sides, definitely, I was able to just sand it down enough to restain it and put a coat on it, and it still came out looking really good. But the drawers are solid. All the trim and everything, the legs, that's all solid. Like this is what carpentry used to look like. And I think from now on when I find stuff like this, which tends to be cheap because nobody wants it, I'm just gonna start refurbishing a bunch of this stuff. And I think overall it was like 2 hours a day to finish this project. It was about 2 hours a day for a week, so about 10 hours. And this is this is what I ended up with. And in the meantime, I still have a bunch of that clear coat left and some stain. So this old TV tray, it does close all the way, but I don't know who exactly in my wife's family made it, but I sanded it down, restained it. It looked horrible. I don't know if it was for like some workspace at the old house, but it folds up. It's pretty sturdy. I mean, the legs and everything, you can tell that it was probably just like some cheap project that somebody slapped together, but you refinish the wood and it turns out really nice. This is stained. I don't have a coat on it yet. I'm waiting for the stain to dry before I do that. And yeah, and it took me like 20 minutes to sand this down, another 10 minutes to stain and wipe the stain off. And yeah, this will be done before the end of the day. So, anyways, so you're not writing. What are you doing? This is what I'm doing. Making this. If I'm not making cool shit in one way, I'm bringing life back to cool shit that people forgot about in another way. Keep on typing.